Soon, her eye fell on a little glass box that was lying under the table. She opened it and found in it a very small cake on which the words, "Eat me," were beautifully marked in currants.
Well, I'll eat it, and if it makes me grow larger, I can reach the key. And if it makes me grow smaller, I can creep under the door. So, either way, I'll get into the garden, and I don't care which happens.
She ate a little bit.
Which way? Which way?
She was holding her hand on the top of her head to feel which way it was growing, and she was quite surprised to find that she remained the same size. To be sure, this generally happens when one eats cake, but Alice had got so much into the way of expecting nothing but out-of-the-way things to happen that it seemed quite dull and stupid for life to go on in the common way. So she set to work, and very soon finished off the cake. Chapter 2. The Pool of Tears.
Curiouser and curiouser!
She was so much surprised that for the moment she quite forgot how to speak good English.
Now I'm opening out like the largest telescope that ever was! Goodbye, feet!
For when she looked down at her feet, they seemed to be almost out of sight. They were getting so far off.
Oh, my poor little feet! I wonder who will put on your shoes and stockings for you now, dears. I'm sure I shan't be able. I shall be a great deal too far off to trouble myself about you. You must manage the best way you can. But I must be kind to them, or perhaps they won't walk the way I want to go. Let me see. I'll give them a new pair of boots every Christmas.
And she went on, planning to herself how she would manage it.
They must go by the carrier. And how funny it'll seem, sending presents to one's own feet, and how odd the directions will look.
Alice's right foot, Esquire Hearthrug, near the fender, with Alice's love.
Oh dear, what nonsense I'm talking!
Just then, her head struck against the roof of the hall. In fact, she was now rather more than 9 feet high, and she at once took up the little golden key and hurried off to the garden door. Poor Alice! It was as much as she could do, lying down on one side, to look through into the garden with one eye, but to get through was more hopeless than ever. She sat down and began to cry again.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, a great girl like you, to go on crying in this way. Stop this moment, I tell you.
But she went on all the same, shedding gallons of tears until there was a large pool all around her, about 4 inches deep and reaching half down the hall. After a time, she heard a little pattering of feet in the distance, and she hastily dried her eyes to see what was coming. It was the White Rabbit returning, splendidly dressed, with a pair of white kid gloves in one hand and a large fan in the other. He came trotting along in a great hurry, muttering to himself as he came.
Oh, the Duchess! The Duchess! Oh, won't she be savage if I've kept her waiting?
Alice felt so desperate that she was ready to ask help of anyone, so when the rabbit came near her, she began in a low, timid voice.